Hello again. I got several replays here today with Infinitracks in King of Games. This first match, we're going up against a Gandora player. And if you've ever played against Gandora, you know the number one rule is make sure Gandora does not get to activate its effect. So that's how we're going to play this. He opens up the gold gadget into a Wyvern. Wyvern's going to get a search for Box, which Box gets a search for Anchor Drill. Now he's going to activate a skill, start fueling his graveyard with Gandora names, and get in a search. He's then going to XC summon into Gear Gigant. Gear Gigant is going to allow him to get a search for Kiteroid, which just gives him more turns to survive. We open up here with a 2-card combo. We're going to activate Heavy Forward, getting our Anchor Drill. Anchor Drill, summon Harvester. Harvester gets Searching. We search for our Crab Crane. We're going to go into Beatrice. Beatrice will just allow us to have another form of interruption to make sure that Gandora does not get to activate its effect when it hits the field by being able to pitch a Farfa from our deck. We do our Trencher Revive plays, summon Crab Crane, search Outrigger, activate our skill, and then be able to XC summon into Stormer. Stormer gets Searchin' for our Shovel. Shovel, which will allow us to get our Spin Turn. You'll notice in these replays, I teched in a copy of Barrage Blast for old time's sake. I used to run it at 3, back when there wasn't so many monster negations on your first turn. As soon as those started to become more prevalent, I had to switch to Book of Moons just to ensure being able to play going second. But I did tech in the copy this time around, and Barrage Blast will come in handy in a number of games. And so now we are just ranking up into our Smasher. Smasher going to boost up. We're going to use Heavy Forward to attach the Smasher, giving us room to set both of our back row cards. So now we have 3 forms of disruption. He is going to Anchor Drill, summon his green gadget, get a search, activate the skill, get fueling up here. He's going to tribute summon for regular Gandora. We're going to pop that with a Spin Turn. He's going to again attempt to use his other Gandora. We're going to banish it, so next turn we can even suck it up. But no need, he scoops and we win. Next game, we are going up against Yuto, which you'd think would be Phantom Knights, but it turns out to be a 30-card Fire King deck, which is interesting, and you barely ever see it, so it was a fun matchup. We open up with our 2-card combo. After this match, I end up fast-forwarding any start of the turns where I have the 2-card combo, because it is a long combo, and I don't think it needs to be played out every time. So going forward, I'm going to try and showcase it once in a duel in these replays, just for anybody who might be new to these videos and want to see the full combo played out. But after that, we're just going to fast forward it. So, yep, we're going to go into Stormer here. We've already Search Shovel, got our Spin Turn. So now we'll get the next combo piece, which is Crab Crane to get our Outrigger extension. Get Searchin'. Link off into Goliath. Goliath allows us to activate Stormer's effect, tribute it, in order to special summon back our Stormer. Goliath, when sent to the graveyard, can reattach itself to an Xyz monster on the field. That could be Stormer or Beatrice, but if he's attached to a machine Xyz, he gives them an indestructible by card effect. Alright. So here's where he reveals his deck, and Onslaught would have allowed his Garuda there to pop itself at the end phase, so we're going to Farfa, disrupt it by banishing it so it doesn't get its effect off. And then we are going to rank up into Earth Slicer. Earth Slicer get poppin'. The back row, he uses Book of Moon to hide his monster, maybe take a little less damage this turn. We're going to summon Anchor Link off here. And we're actually going to end up Link spamming our graveyard, fueling it for a Tunneler play. So we revive Smasher, do not activate Goliath's effect since it can only be activated once per turn. Then we will link off that Smasher, allowing us to now revive our Stormer, and this time we'll activate Goliath's effect to attach a Stormer. Stormer send Tunneler to the graveyard, and Tunneler will send back all of our extra deck monsters plus an Anchor Drill to allow us to draw 2 cards. We draw into a Heavy Forward, allowing us to spin turn, pop his Garuda face down, and because it was popped by card effect, it doesn't get its effect off the special summon. We're able to double Heavy Forward, put our monsters into attack position, and go for game. Alright. Next game, we are going up against a Water Xyz deck. I think it was actually a 30 card variant. 21, never mind. But he does play it a little bit differently than your usual Water Xyz. So here we go. First turn, we do open up the 2 card combo, and like I said, we're just going to fast forward this because it's the same play every time, but it's obviously our best play if we do open up the 2 card combo. Shovel get shoveling. Now we're going to revive, rank up, set our back row, and now we got our 2 forms of disruption. He is going to summon Deep Sea Diva, bringing out the guy who can pop when sent by a water effect. So we are going to Farfa that, stopping him from getting the additional normal summon and also allowing it to come back to the field to potentially be swallowed up by one of our Xyz monsters, denying it from being used. I do make some misplays here. We're going to Outrigger to summon our Earth Slicer. And he has the 1 back row card that can play through all the protection of my Machine Xyz. Void Trap Hole both negates the monster's effects and then destroys it. So 1, it's not targeting, so Outrigger can't protect, and because he negates first and then destroys, I'm no longer protected by Goliath's effect. But we're going to start summoning here, linking off and reviving eventually our Earth Slicer. The only problem is I've now used up every link in my extra deck. So if my Machine Xyz get wiped, I have no way to bring them back. And I have the perfect solution to that, which was Tunneler in hand, but for whatever reason I never summoned him, getting him into the graveyard to be able to revive my Goliaths. So he's going to start special summoning here off Buzzsaw Shark. We still have the spin turn for a form of disruption, but if we do that, we're now going to be in defense position, allowing his monsters to get over my Earth Slicer, and that's exactly what happens. So now our board is wiped, and we gotta find a way to get Tunneler into the graveyard to start making some plays. Trencher is going to revive Harvester, get a search. We'll summon our Anchor Drill, tribute it off with Tunneler's effect, and here we're just trying to bait out our opponent into putting Tunneler in the graveyard. He's going to go into Bahamut Shark here. He's going to use its effect to bring out an extra deck monster. He even gets the heavy Atlantean there to pop our card. And then he goes up into Black Ray Lancer. Because Bahamut Shark activated its effect, it cannot attack this turn, giving us another turn to respond, and respond we do. With Tunneler in grave, we can now revive all of our links, and we sent back Smasher and Stormer, leaving Earth Slicer in grave, and now we can link off bring back Earth Slicer, and then go straight into lead. That back row, whatever it was not activatable, so we were able to rank up, and even if it was Mirror Force, because we were attached with Goliath, we had no worries of being destroyed. And that's what we do. Leave effect, boost up, set our remaining back row just in case, but no need. That is game. Now, next duel, Yuya Sakaki. It's an Odd Eyes deck. I believe we're going first with the 2-card combo, so we will speed through that, getting our Beatrice, Smasher, Spin Turn plays all set up. One thing to note about this matchup, the level 7 Spellcaster Pendulum Monster, the name is escaping me right now, one thing to note is it counters our Beatrice plays. Because Beatrice is a light monster, the Spellcaster monster effect states that it can quick effect negate light monster effects, which will stop us from being able to put a Farfa in the grave. So that is something to note when you're going up against this matchup. I learned it the hard way early on when I was playing against them with Infinitracks. So that is something to keep in mind if you do need to activate your Farfa or get a Trencher in grave and you have Spin Turn. Make sure you Spin Turn the Magician first, and then you're free to activate your Beatrice effect to disrupt or fuel your graveyard. He's going to go into Abyss Dweller here. Doesn't do much here on this turn, but he's going to activate his Pendulum card to allow it to be a level monster, allowing him to use his 2 4s to go into a Rebellion Dragon. I'm just going to pop that now, stopping it from lowering one of Beatrice's attack. And from here, he knows there's not much else he can do, and scoops. Okay, I believe this is the last match. It's against a Mech Knight player. This can be one of the harder matchups if we can't deal with the secrets. Thankfully, we do open up Barrage Blast. Barrage Blast is very handy against the Mech Knight matchup, allowing us to pop cards without using Earth Slicer's effect. So we're doing our 2-card combo, per usual. We search Shovel first to get the Spin Turn, to send the Spin Turn back with the skill, allowing us to keep Barrage Blast in hand and also get access to our Outrigger extension. And that's what we do here, doing our plays. And this way we actually don't boost up with Smasher, because the more materials on field on a Machine XCs for Barrage Blast, the better. He is going to Ibly Nightmare Mermaid, get his search off with blue. We're not too worried about red. Red can't do a whole lot except maybe pop Beatrice. He's going to link off now into Morningstar, get his search off for secrets, and we gotta make sure that we can deal with that next turn. He's going to summon Mech Knight Yellow. We are going to banish that because we do not want to lose access to our spells and traps. He is going to use Indigo's effect to move red to pop Beatrice. We ended up top decking a Book of Moon, which changes up our plays a little bit, allowing us to go straight into Earth Slicer. And we are going to bait out his secrets by discarding 1 material to pop his Morningstar. He activates secrets in response, and then we can activate our Barrage in response, moving 2 materials to pop 2 cards, including his secrets. And from there, he scoops it up because he's got nothing else left to do. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.